Audio check, audio check. Check, check, check. Checking the audio. Let's go. Let us go. Let's ride. Let's see if this thing is working. Trying to do something a little different today. All right. La. That's my beautiful voice. What's going on, Mr. Kane? Bear with me, because I don't have glasses on it. Oh, there they go. All right, let's go. I can see clearly now that the rain is gone. Let's go, let's go. Country Kane, how you doing? Golden Rose, how you doing? Nathaniel, what's going on? Anna, hello. Kitty Casey, what's going on? Kitty. All right. Sound check, sound check, sound check. Oh, man. This man said turn the volume up? You want me to turn the voice up. That's what you want. Let's go. You just got out of major surgery. Hit me up there, Kane. What is the top pay for my position? I make too much money. I'm rich. No, I don't know what the top pay is. Just go on the APWU website and take a peek. All right, South Florida, New York City. That's what I'm talking about. I'll be up in New York skiing a couple days. I'm going up to Hunter Mountain. What's going down? Breaking it down with Ed. What up? What up? What up? What up? Boy, we're going to have a long one today. Y'all are going to be intrigued by this because I'm going to do a review. And trust me when I tell you, some of y'all going to blow your mind. It's going to be, woo, buddy. But first, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Let us chat, shall we? Let's talk. Listen, before we even get into the stories today, I got to bring something up because this has been bothering me for a minute, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Mr. Lino Miranda, this dude is out here, and he's trying to make a tool called CREA to help workers, to give some people actual information, some actually help, and what happens? People in the union and other people, they start talking trash. And they say, oh, this is garbage, this is trash, he did it wrong, yeah, he's all wrong. Really? So really, bro? Let me tell you something. There ain't nobody on earth that's perfect. Period. Nobody. Not you, not me, not AI, none of it. And the problem is, instead of saying, hey, thanks for even trying, or hey, let me help you fix this part, people want to kick it down the toilet, like knock it and trash it and act like they are the only ones that know what's right. And typically it's, fellow union members. And it's ridiculous. And here's the kicker. Lino did not have to do this. He took this upon himself. Nobody was doing it. And he went above and beyond to build something when there was no tool there. If we have tools available, let us utilize it. He's doing work on his own time, and he's trying to provide value. And what do? They sit there and cry, bitch, complain, nitpick. Oh, you made a mistake here. Grievance, yeah, okay, small mistake. Big deal. The context is still right. And at least the bigger picture is there. Instead of helping, they're tearing it apart. And the problem with a lot of these people is their ego, control. They cannot stand it when somebody else is out there trying to do something that actually helps the membership. So here's JayH's message to the ones that don't like what he had to do, from the NALC, APWU, mail handlers, rural carriers. If you got an issue with it, if you think that you can do better, then reach out to the gentleman. Don't just sit there and moan. Don't sit there and point fingers. Don't call Lino a troublemaker. Help him make it better. Work together. Build a resolution. That's how you help the members. That's how you actually fix problems. Instead of some people, they would rather just sit there and cross their arms, whining, bitching, throwing shade, trying to make themselves feel big. What do they call it? Self-validation? When the reality is they're doing nothing to move the needle. And he's moving the needle. And let me tell you something else. This tool is for anybody. It doesn't matter if you're NALC, APW, mail handlers, rural carriers. It's available. You just go check it out. You can go to the video description, click on the link, try it for yourself. I don't get paid a dime for this, nothing. I'm not selling anything. This is about giving people a tool that they can actually utilize to understand what's going on, to navigate grievances, and to make sense out of all the mess. And that's it. And that's what I'm bringing up right here, right now. And wouldn't it be ironic that somebody from the APWU says, hey, man, that's a good idea. Can you help me build one for the APWU? Hey, rural carrier, I want to reach out. Can you help me build one for this? Or we can work together instead of bitching about stuff. It seems like the people that sit at the union, that what do they call it? Blocking the door, just trying to hold the throne. They don't want to see anybody succeed. They don't really want to help the situation. It's like they rather let the thing continue to grow. So, you know, that anyway, let's talk about some real shit right now. The workers, the plant workers, the carriers, the clerks, everybody that's watching. Y'all know what it's like out there. You know what I mean? Things get dangerous. You know, when management drops the ball, and you're left holding the bag. And you know how frustrating it is when nobody is there to help you. Nobody is giving you a roadmap to protect yourself. And that's what Lino does, man. He's trying to give you some knowledge instead of being grateful for it and stop people attacking the man. And for the people that say CREA is not a good thing, it's trash, go check it out for yourself. Don't sit there tear somebody down trying to help somebody. Anyway, I got that off my chest. Let's talk about this other thing I got going on here. Damn, I done lost my train of thought. I apologize. I'm not reading the comments yet. Trying to make sure that the screen is correct. This is about the people that are trying to take initiative. And that's the mindset you have to have when you see a worker out there trying to navigate chaos. And the chaos is real. I keep pointing to the screen like y'all can see it. Not yet. You'll see it in a second. We got people that slip on ice. I know carriers have been bitching about that. You have scenarios, and I'm going to show you these videos. And these are from the APWU. A lot of the NALC didn't get to see this. But trust me, this will apply to you as well. Something about a person, their eyes got burned by powder, and management saying, no, don't do. Yo, this person went blind, temporarily blind. So I want y'all to kind of just flow with me, right? This is a little messy, it's everywhere, but this is what I do, because we're about to go through some of these stories, and some of these are going to hit you like a punch in the gut. You'll be like, man, that's some bullshit. And that's the point of the video, is to show you what's going on. There is reality, and here's what's happening, and there are workers nationwide being left vulnerable, and how you can actually protect yourself, how you can respond, how you can navigate management when things go sideways. And it all ties back to the shit with CREA. Basically, information is power. Knowledge is your protection. And if people are not trying to help you build a solution, they're just whining, bitching, moaning, and pointing their fingers, then that's the real tragedy. So with that being said, I got my little notes here as to where I'm supposed to go inside the videos. So bear with me. We're going to jump in because we want to know how you're going to respond. Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. If it's not showing correctly, I apologize. I'm not really a genius at this. Tell me if y'all could hear it. Bow. Tonight, talk is cheap. Safety matters. It says safety is the important thing. Job, action, something totally. Fill out 17 levels. Don't get back all the we get from them. We're here to say enough is enough. We're here to go on a campaign. Fucking demand. Oh, they're responsible. Safe work environment. Boom. So tonight I'm making out. Good evening, President. How you doing, brother Mike? Thank you very much. Us this evening. Can you hear me? And I hear you have an interesting story, and I would like you to share that with our brothers and sisters from APWU, please.
So I'm on here because I wanted to make sure everybody understands
I'm sorry. Can y'all hear it yet or no? I'm trying to get this thing right. I apologize if y'all can't hear this. I thought I got this thing right. Let's see. Boom. Try it again.
That these accidents can happen to anybody.
So tonight I want to start this conversation. I've invited a friend,
Cool.
Michael Mize from Michigan. Are you here?
Good evening, President Smith. It's a pleasure
How
to
you
be
doing,
on here
Brother
with you and
Mize?
the APW family.
All right. Thank you very much, Brother Mize, for joining us this evening. And I hear you have an interesting story, and I would like you to share that with our brothers and sisters from APWU, please.
So I'm on here because I wanted to make sure everybody understands that these accidents can happen to anybody.
Anybody.
I have been an advocate for and fighting for safety using 1767s for over 2 decades. And here I am sitting at home right now with a workplace injury and unable to go to work because I twisted my ankle walking in ice and snow.
So, Brother Mize, when you twisted your ankle on the walk of snow, is this a problem that just all of a sudden happened, or was this a continuous problem at the facility that you work at?
I wish I could say it was a one-time event, but it's just not. It's something we've been fighting with management about the entire time that I've been in the facility. Every year is a new year with it. We start 1767s, we fight with them. By the end of the year, they're maybe doing half the job they should be doing. So it's every year, all year.
And see, what the problem is, Brother Mize, it seems like they don't know how to be proactive. You know, they want to be reactive. Yes. And even after the incident, a lot of times they do not do what they're supposed to do. So what's going on with you right now? How long are you anticipated to be out?
At this point, I've been told I'm going to be off for at least 6 weeks.
And how is that affecting your family?
Well, I mean, it's a hit to the pocketbook for sure because we normally work overtime. And I mean, I am on continuation of pay, so I am getting a paycheck, but I'm not getting the 10 to 16 hours of overtime that I would work every single week. And then I can't do anything. I mean, we're here in Michigan. It's been snowing on a regular basis. I can't shovel my sidewalk, my driveway. So it's definitely a hit.
Well, Brother Mize, I'm sorry for what's happening to you. And tonight, we are not only starting a conversation, but we are looking to take serious action and get a lot more aggressive when it comes to these safety issues, because the message to the Postal Service is we're no longer asking, we're demanding to be safe.
So let me jump to the next one. It's about a couple seconds in. Boom, boom, boom. I apologize. Like I said, I'm not really good at this. This is something that the carriers deal with on a consistent basis. Let me turn my mic up. Carriers have to deal with this on a consistent basis because that's all you do. You deliver mail in these scenarios. And can you be hurt on the job? 110%. What's the first thing they ask you? What kind of shoes you're wearing? You know, it's like, did you not see that sheet of ice outside? You don't see that there's cars slamming into each other? And the first thing they do is start bitching and moaning. Well, you know, it's part of the job. We deliver in all kind of weather. Yes, but there, you got to remember, y'all got to put yourselves first. Put yourselves first. And this next story is pretty wild, man. I was a little flabbergasted when I heard this one. Y'all, I'm reading the comments today. I got my extra set of eyes on.
Real story that I have been involved in since I took office in November. Brother Mitch Taylor from Georgia. Are you here, Mitchell Taylor?
It's about that RPDC down in Atlanta.
Good evening, President Smith. How are you? Thank you for inviting me to this magnificent forum on safety.
Brother Taylor, I am so appalled at what I'm hearing, and I'm personally involved. We will get some resolve in your situation, but could you share with our audience what particularly has happened to you in your workplace?
Yes, President Smith, we've been dealing with several issues down here, and particularly at the Atlanta RPDC out in Palmetto. It's just a lot of safety issues that we've dealt with management with, and we've been working to try to get some resolve and resolutions. It's an ongoing process.
In particularly, your Palmetto plant. Tell me, is my understanding that out there you've had 3 deaths in the past 2 years? Is that true?
Yes, sir, that's definitely true. The facility's only been open for 2 years, and unfortunately, we've had 3 deaths, 3 separate deaths on 3 separate occasions at the facility.
And I'm hearing that you have no phone service. They don't even put in a hardwire phone line so you can call in the case of an emergency. Is that true?
There's no phone service in the building, President Smith. That is definitely true, and it is an ongoing problem that we're trying to address.
Have they offered any CPR training, being that you don't have a way to contact anybody on the outside?
The facility is remote. We're about 25 miles from the closest hospital, and to my knowledge, there's nothing that has been offered yet, but that is on the agenda for our labor management meeting.
And Brother Mitchell, and let me ask you a question, because I couldn't believe this, but I need to know. Allegedly, a woman house caught on fire, and her family had no way to get a hold of her to let her know what had happened, and she didn't find out that her house burnt down until she got off of work?
That is absolutely true, President Smith. This happened about 2 months after the facility was open. The woman's house burned down, and she had no way of contacting anyone or finding out anything about the circumstances until after she got off of work.
Brother Mitchell, I'm appalled.
Madness.
And I've been having a conversation with the Postal Service about that, and they keep giving me what they deem to be reasons, and I made it clear those are excuses. It's an excuse. It's an employee's right to call 911 in the case of an emergency. I'm hearing that they have a policy telling the employees that they're not allowed to call 911. Is that true?
That is a true policy. That has happened. Let me put it that way. That has happened within the facility. There's no cell phone service, so the employee can't do it on their own. It's just a lot of things that need to be addressed and need to be cleared up on safety matters in this facility.
Well, I just talked to the Postal Service recently, and they promised me, but I take that with a grain of salt, that we're going to resolve the phone issue down in Palmetto, because I'm not letting it go. It's a very serious matter, and I'm 100% behind you. And I thank you so much, Brother Mitchell, for coming on here and sharing the story of what's going on at your facility.
You're welcome, President Smith. It's my honor and privilege. Thank you for your help and support. We look forward to seeing you working on this matter soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Mitchell. I will be down there to visit, but I plan to visit when we're in Victory and we have some sort of service down there so the management adheres to Article 14, because I want to come down there and celebrate our victory.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
So while I go and scroll for the other one, can y'all believe that shit? You have a full facility, and that facility is huge. When I mean huge, that facility is huge. And they're saying that they don't have any phone service. All those machines inside of there, brand new facility, no phone service. See, I had this gentleman on not too long ago, and like I said, I thought he was a little bit much when I first heard him, and I'm a bit much for a lot of people as well, but the way he's approaching this, he's not hiding from it, because he has some question and answers at the end. We'll go through one of them that everybody's going to want to hear. But the bottom line is he's acknowledging the situation, and he's ready to address the situation, which is something that a lot of the people, NALC, y'all ain't got these Q&As. You know what I mean? You can reach out to a Corey. You could probably reach out to Mike. But what about Renfro? Will he have something like this? And the carriers have damn near the hardest job at the post office. Now, this next shit gonna blow y'all mind, boy. This next shit, like, y'all gotta hear this one, boy.
Solution. Because we do have the tools in our contract, but we have to know how to use them to make them effective. Sister Bush, are you there?
This gonna blow y'all
Hi.
mind.
Yes, President Smith, I'm here. Hi,
How
good
you doing,
evening.
Sister Bush? It's good to see
I'm
you.
okay. Good to see
I
you
hear you have
too.
an interesting story of something that happened at the facility that you work at. Could you share that with our audience, please?
Oh, yes. I believe at the end of 2023, beginning of 2024, our SIPS machine, or the single package induction sorter system, I forget what the acronym is, uh, somewhere along the line, some airborne powdery substance broke open. Uh, and the employees that were on the machine started to have burning in their throat, arms, body, face, and they reported it to the supervisor. The supervisor was dismissive and told them to continue running that machine. That machine was running for approximately.
Sister Bush, are you trying to tell me, now, because I know I'm hearing wrong, that the employees' actually eyes were burning and management would not stop the mail processing equipment for them to get care?
I am telling you that that machine ran for approximately 45 minutes until it was break time, and the employees had reported that the pain and irritation had continued and it was increasing. That supervisor had told them to go to break and try to wash out their eyes instead of referring them to a wash station. And at that point, another employee who was in the bathroom, the ladies' room, came running into the union office, which was across the hall, had reported it to one of our directors, who had went into the bathroom, and by that time, the employees had lost vision.
So the employee, they didn't even allow the employee to wash their eyes until they went on their official break. So they had to wash their eyes on their own official break.
That's correct.
So what was the conclusion of this situation? What happened?
Well, at that point in time, the union got involved. I was called. There was some dispute on, again, as the brother before us had said, about calling 911. Eventually, the postal inspector was finally contacted, who instructed them to call 911. And then there was dispute about allowing the fire department into the facility, right? And so by this time, the employees had lost complete vision. They're sitting in a chair. It was all out chaos for approximately 3 hours while they had shut down the machine looking for the package, which had probably already been sent out to somewhere in the SCF. Nothing was done properly. Employees were scared. And so the union had to come in, give out PPE, and make sure that the situation was properly taken care of.
Total
So
madness.
it was a complete failure.
I guess safety really matters, huh? Like that's why we have to start this campaign. Talk is cheap. They talk about safety, but when it's time to act, no one does anything. And then are they telling the employees in your facility that they're not allowed to call 911?
Actually, yes. This was the second time that this actually happened. We had an employee down on a DBCS who was working alone. At the same time, we were running a campaign about 2 people to a DBCS. They had passed out on the machine. And when they were found passed out at a machine, I was contacted in another area in the facility, brought over because they had refused to allow the employees to dial 911 from their cell phone.
But let me say this. I don't mean to cut you off, Sister Bush. Let me say this. It is the union's position that every employee has the right to call 911. That is not even debatable. This is what you're supposed to do in an emergency situation. So moving forward, what was the conclusion? How did you resolve this issue so no one else would go through this in the future?
Well, first, we do tell employees that the union will defend them despite threat of discipline if they call 911 for their coworker. And number one, we do call 911 for everyone as union. However, we did get together with the Safety and Health Committee. With the Safety and Health Committee, we put up boards on every exit. We put up SOPs with every type of emergency situation that we could think of. where the supervisor or an employee or a lead clerk can grab those SOPs in addition to a roster of employees and their days off that they can grab on the way out. So they can do a roll call. They can follow the SOP in accordance with whatever the emergency situation is, and that there is no dispute or a new supervisor who isn't aware of what should be done in a particular situation, and that we can keep our employees safe, that there is no excuses, that it's right there at every emergency exit according to our evacuation plan. And we are holding management accountable to that. And actually, we just had our Safety and Health Committee meeting today, and we are going to run weekly evacuations just as a test to make sure we can evacuate the building in a safe manner and a timely manner and still account for all employees in case of an emergency.
And I love that, Sister Bush, because you're not keep talking about the problem. You'll put stuff into place to work towards the solution, because there are contractual solutions if you know how to use them. Thank you so much, Sister Bush. Thank you for your story. Thank you. We really appreciate you being here tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Bruh. I don't know what camera's on. Did you hear that? Lost sight. Can't call 911 until you break. Just when the carriers thought they had it bad. Just remember, there's other people going through the same shit. The difference is this man is addressing the issues, and they actually have union members that are being proactive to make sure that, you know, they have some scenarios where people can win. I'm trying to find the next question that's going to pop up. But this can only happen if everybody out there really wants to be on the same page. And I know I speak a lot, and the NALC members, like I said in one of my videos, you know, your worst enemy is yourself, because you guys are divided amongst yourselves. But with the APWU, there's a ton of different crafts, but they're all coming together and they're trying to figure out resolutions. If y'all came together to try to figure out some resolutions to these issues instead of knocking a Lino Miranda down, you know what I mean? Y'all would be unstoppable. I keep saying that. Y'all got like you have the most amount of members that do the exact same craft. You got to get rid of those bad apples. The ones that are retired and holding the union spots up. What do they call it? I can't figure out the goddamn word. It slipped my tongue. Just holding the throne so that nobody can get in there that actually wants to make a change. You can't. The old guard got to sit back, step off a little bit, because the times are different. And there are people that want to help. There are people that want to help this whole post office, the workers on the workers' end, you know, at least make it somewhat comfortable to come to the place. But when you have managers or supervisors that are on ego trips like that and tell people, no, you cannot call 911 while you got somebody going blind sitting in what kind of shit is that? Man, I wish a mother would. They crazies. This one said mail handlers. We have a union. Yeah, y'all got a union. Mail handlers. Oh man, I don't even hear nothing about them. But yeah, this is madness. This is madness. So y'all can go to the APWU website. They do have a YouTube channel, and this whole video is on there. It's about an hour long. There's a couple of other people that are on there that are talking, and you hear some of their stories. I'm going to do another review with Chooch probably on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week to go over some of these things. I just wanted y'all to see. Y'all are not the only ones going through this madness right now. And just think, these are implants. It's 300, 400, 500, sometimes 1,000, 1,500 people that work in these facilities. And you got managers that are up there that are, you know, I hate where I got to sit there and make management out to be the bad people. But when you hear shit like this, they're bad. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them, but this shit right here is bad. There's no sugarcoating that. You know what I mean? Man, I wish I had names. I put them on shout outs. All right, this is the one question here that y'all should probably listen to.
It anonymously. No one is going to respond to an anonymous complaint. You got to stand up and you got to be counted. Is there another question?
There sure is. This question comes from Rhonda in Georgia. She wants to know, what's the safest way to report a concern if I feel endangered and I'm told to keep working, especially if I fear management will retaliate?
That question does not just apply to the APWU. That question applies to every postal worker nationwide, regardless of craft. What is the safest way to report a concern if I feel endangered and I'm told to keep working, especially if I fear management will retaliate? I've heard of scenarios where clerks are told to go clean the bathrooms. Well, you know that maintenance has to actually take a test in order to know what chemicals to mix. They can't tell you to go, clean a bathroom with any type of chemicals. It's not safe. They can't tell a clerk, hey, go bring these overnight packages out to a carrier that's on the road. You know why? Because clerks were never trained to drive right-hand drive vehicles. I've seen it. Oh, just jump in the LLV and go out there and drive. It's not safe. I've seen so many different scenarios where you got a carrier that goes inside of a facility and they're using those little machines that lift up they're like electronic forklifts or whatever, lift up the cages and all that stuff, and they don't place it on the electronic fork correctly, and the shit'll fall right off. Now they got the shit all over the floor. Those things are, 400 or 500 pounds. Don't put yourself in scenarios because you feel threatened. But let's hear the answer to this.
I might have just answered that one, but go ahead, brother Don. You got anything that you want to add to that?
So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to fill out a 1767, because that is going to create a paper trail and make management respond in writing. Now, Rhonda, you may get that MDO in there or whatever facility you're working in where they try and stiff arm you and say, well, the 1767 isn't for reporting issues like this. Well, you're reporting it anyway. And hopefully your local has established a joint labor management, safety and health committee meeting to where when we go in there, you're going to talk about it. And then you are going to file grievances under all kinds of different handbooks and manuals in regards to I'm assuming when you're talking about endangered, are you talking about endangered because of equipment? Are you talking about endangered because of threats? Are you talking about endangered because of security hazard? Regardless of what it is, building site requirements, publication 108 threat assessment guide, all of those things should be utilized by your local officers, your stewards, to be able to address these issues. So when you say feeling endangered, I'm not really sure, but that's pretty broad brushed. But we have everything at our disposal. It's just a matter of putting it on paper, getting it in that committee, making sure you get a copy back where management said this isn't the proper form, or maybe they will say we'll address it. Well, if they say they will address it, then you're going to address it promptly and properly. That's what we're looking for.
And it starts with the checklist. That's what we're trying to do today. We're trying to be proactive and not reactive. There are certain things that management is supposed to do. They're required to do it. It's not optional, but we have to force them to do it. So what we did is we put together a checklist. All you have to do, and this is not just for your local leadership or your state leadership. This is for members to do. We advise you to take this checklist and post it on the members, on the union bulletin board, so they can see what's supposed to be done. These things should be done before an accident, because after an accident, it's too late. It's too late. So we wanted to put something together, give you something like, I guess for lack of a better word, some homework to do, some work to do. When is the last time that you had a fire drill? When is the last time you've seen an emergency action plan? What about CPR? How many people are interested in CPR? Where is the request for CPR training? Defibrillators. Do you have defibrillators in your facility? Would you like to be trained on defibrillators? All these things are something that you want to ask for now. We don't want to wait till somebody has lost their life or been rushed to the hospital to ask for this thing. This program is about being proactive and not reactive, because we have to demand. Talk is cheap. We're tired of management talking, but we also tired of the members talking the talk. It's time to walk the walk. It's time to take charge of our own safety and demand that management comply with Article 14 of our contract. So these are the things that we have to do. And we put the information up. Please put that information up again on how you can get a copy of the safety checklist. We encourage everybody to download the safety checklist, apw.org/safety. Do that today. Today, you should download that list. And we want everybody walking in their facilities tomorrow with the safety checklist, starting to go through it. What's been done, what hasn't been done, and make a demand for these things to be done. Is there another question?
Audio. Y'all can hear me on this one, right? Woo! I apologize. I was saying that different screens, I had to keep the audio low so there wasn't no feedback. Again, I'm learning. I'm just a truck driver. This is too much for me. All these damn screens. Hopefully he got passion. Let me shut the screen off. Bow. He got some passion. We're gonna cover some more of that stuff with Chooch next week. But that APWU checklist, y'all need to go on the website. Just click it. Download it for yourself. So you can actually see a lot of this stuff applies to the carriers as well, the mail handlers as well, you know, the rural carriers as well. You saw the stories. You heard some of the solutions. You saw the chaos. And, you know, it's real. The safety end of it is not just the little checkbox. It's not just paperwork. It's about people getting hurt. Carriers probably get hurt more than everybody else. And a lot of people feel like they get left behind. A lot of y'all have been told in the comments, they say you feel like you can't even protect yourself. And you see, that needs to stop today if you choose to pay attention. And again, knowledge is power. If you saw something in the stories that might have hit home, or you haven't seen it yet, just go on the APWU website and look up the last live. That stuff could happen to you. Use the stuff that's there. Take it. Protect yourself. You know, give it to a coworker and your own people. Don't sit there and wait for somebody else to fix it. Be the person that tries to fix it yourself. Hence the reason why I big up Lino. Now, again, Lino had an issue with me because I was reposting some of his content way back when. I didn't know it was from him. Thousands of people send me shit every day. But after getting through that little hump, I realized this man is just trying to share information. Y'all need to try to come together and win. Shit, there's too many of y'all, and management is this big. Y'all got all of these people. Y'all could win if you just came together. Learn the rules. Learn your contracts. Apply it. That's how you survive this system. That's how you fight back without breaking the rules. I'm over here tearing shit up. Sorry about that. And for the people that want to throw shade, the haters, the nitpickers, that's cool. People that call the tools like CREA trash. Remember, somebody is trying to do something. They're out here creating a solution. They're not sitting behind a screen complaining. There are too many people that have knowledge. They could join in. They could help. They could help build it. They could help improvement. They can contribute. Or just sit on your ass and whine about it. It is your choice. But please don't be part of the problem, because you already got people saying, Jay, you don't talk enough shit about management. Well, you clearly haven't watched enough of my videos. You can be part of the solution. So to me, that's just the takeaway on this video. please, y'all need to stay sharp. You need to stay aware. You need to protect yourself at all time. You need to start looking out for each other. You ain't got to like each other. I don't like half the people that work in my job. But if wrong is wrong and right is right, hey, you know what? I'm going to stick up for them. You know, y'all need to watch the next one that I do with Chooch. She's a little more versed with union lingo from the NALC side. I mean, you know, he'll put his input as well. I wanted not to make this a whole long video or drawn out. I just wanted to share the fact that this stuff the carriers go through, there's so many other people that go through so much shit. Like the first guy where he slipped on ice. There's another one where a lady got hit by a truck. We'll be talking about that one. Yeah, that was a bad one. And talking about the management as to how they can buy de-icer so you don't have those sheets of ice flying off your roof. There's so much going on at this place. And a majority starts with safety. All the rushing is not necessary. If y'all actually did everything you needed to do and followed every rule step by step, you'd win. They don't want you to follow the rules step by step. They want y'all to do the shortcuts. But doing the shortcuts creates bullshit like that, you know. And don't forget, everything I just talked about today, from the stories to the solution, that's real. It is happening yesterday, the day before yesterday, last year. And if you don't take one thing from this video, let it be this. Please don't let this be you. Don't wait for somebody else to save you. Learn your rules. Know your rights. Protect yourself. You may not like the old girl sitting next to you, but try to keep your people safe. That's pretty much it. I don't really want to keep dragging this on. That's raw. That's me. That's JayH. Let me go through the comments real quick, and then I'm going to shut it down because I have to help my son with his homework in a little bit. All right. I'm interested in the CPR and defibrillator training. Yeah. You know, a lot of facilities don't have the defibrillator. There's supposed to be a defibrillator in every single facility. My AC don't work. It's wintertime. Better cut it out. That's why a safety team was at my station today. If your truck comes with AC, they have to fix it. CREA is a great tool. Yeah, it is. I just disagree with paying for it. You got to give a man something for his time, Mr. Badman. Thank you so much for the vibe. Miami-Dade transparency. This is, you know, a story. Oh, man. Oof. That man was... Anyway. Too many people in bed with management. Literally and figuratively. What'd y'all hear about me? It wasn't true. Well, it was there one time, but I just needed the day off. It's none of your business. Just kidding. They'll treat you like shit for doing your job safely and by the book, except that they can't do anything about it at the end. Again, I did a video a while ago, and somebody made something that just hit home. They said, good workers, hard workers get rewarded with more work. That's the culture of this place. It sums it up in a nutshell. Hard workers get rewarded with more work. And God forbid you get sick one day, you break a ankle or the foot or something like that. Now they want to rush you back to, now you part of the problem. But the ones that are slackers, they never have to deal with anything. That's the reality behind this place. Needs to be platforms to educate union members. As a mail handler, I don't feel like my local helps at all with actually educating members. Well, quick mix, this might be your chance. Lino's in the chat. Talk to him. He might be able to help you. Help him. Y'all grow together. See, that's how you work it. So you have access to your union contract. He access to the information and playing on the computer. If he was here, my shit would be looking beautiful. Me, it's trash. Anyway, I used to be an EMT in prior Air Force. I can help others if needed. That's what I'm talking about. It's not about being selfish, y'all. Let's just try to make this work together. I don't want to drag this out. I appreciate everybody stop by. Legalize my freedom. Do me a favor. Send me a link to your to your website. He also had something decent as well that can help workers. They don't want any accidents reported underneath their watch. Yeah. Well, the problem with the accidents is because some people abuse it. We have I've done a video about that. People abusing the system. So now everything is nitpick, and the whole system is really screwed. And then I heard somebody saying management's telling them that you can only come on the websites or social media, and no talking bad about the post office. They're cracking down on it. That was out there in North Florida, somewhere on the west coast of Florida. And to that, whoever the supervisor was that was with the union trying to bring that up, shut up. You sound stupid. Like, even when you're off the clock, you can't talk bad about this place. Get the out of here. Talk exactly how I feel. I represent my feelings. And if you got your feelings hurt, that's on you. Fix it yourself. But there's no perfect place to work. You want everything to be sunshine, shaking hands and holding babies? Get out of here. People need to know the truth. They need to know what postal workers go through. And I'm glad they're finally exposing it. All right. This is JayH. If I missed anybody in the comments, I apologize. Abuse at the USPS. Yeah. All right. Y'all be good. My mailman throws my packages, tosses them overhand. Basketball, baby. Yeah. No one else is going to do it. I know that's right. Again, reach out to Lino. Lino, if you want to put your, if you want to leave a regular comment with a way that somebody can reach you, if they want to maybe help you out a little bit, leave it in the regular comments. He's the one that created that CREA app on his own time. He sent me videos, all these codes flowing up, and I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? Letters and numbers? I don't know. You know what? He sent me his screen. I'm telling you off a screen, and the stuff was just going up. It looked like the Matrix. You ever see the videos, watch the movie The Matrix with all those things just flowing up? That's exactly what he's doing. He's like, yeah, I got this thing going. I'm like, the fuck am I looking at, bro? Okay, yeah. Nice. But that just goes to show he put the energy in his own. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, bro, I'm half asleep. What are you doing? But again, he put that energy in on his own. You got to get a man some props for that. Instead of your old ass shop steward sitting there, it's not the right stuff to do. It's not the right stuff to do. Why is he doing that? Shut up. Anyway, yeah, I appreciate you, Legalize. Send me that whenever you get a chance, all right? Cool. Everybody, I will holler at y'all later. And this is JayH. This was a good short one. And I'm out.